Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to What's Hot on the Open. Here we're going to take a look at all the action that's going on here in the U.S. markets. Let's jump in and take a look at the futures right now. The Dow Jones right now is trading up 70 at 20,659 on the futures. You're looking at the Russell 2000 up $6.80. The small caps are moving up around $1,404.70. You have the NASDAQ, that tech heavy, up 850 at 5334.25, and the S&P 500 taking a look at the E-mini futures up $6.75, and that's right around the $2,354 level and 75 cents. So we have a nice move to the upside, and basically, again, it's tough to keep a good market down. There really isn't much that's keeping these markets from moving to the upside. We saw that on Friday after the long weekend. We saw a continuation of that in the overseas markets. Check out the on the open for Europe and what's hot in Asia, where we'll take a look at all the overnight action. We did that. We had that discussion this morning. But yes, there is plenty of attention on policy uncertainty in the media. But once again, the stock market is just basically shrugging that off and moving to the upside. Bottom line is that that's background noise, and it basically, the market in general is saying, and all the participants, hey, guess what? This is going to work out in the end in a favorable fashion for us. In the meantime, you're seeing some better than expected earnings results and emerging signs that we have improving economic growth. Let's start with the earnings results. We saw Walmart off the charts earnings up $2.50 this morning at $71.88. And we also saw big box home retailer Home Depot up $3.10 at $146.10. Each topped analyst consensus earnings estimates for the December quarter and provided reassuring guidance going into fiscal year 2017. You're also seeing that the preliminary PMI reports for February that are coming out in the Eurozone as well as in Asia came out well higher than expected. As a matter of fact, if you take a look at the Eurozone PMI, came out at 56. We talked about this morning on the open in Europe. That's the highest report that we've seen in that reading for the Purchasing Managers Index in nearly 6 years. Now, some of you might go, well, why the heck is that important? Well, that's usually a forecast for growth. And if these numbers are going to the upside and well above consensus estimates, that means that growth could be a lot hotter than what is expected by the economists, as well as what was expected by traders. And so thus, you're starting to see the markets really moving to the upside. Now, there is some action that I want to focus on in the currency markets, and that's specifically on the US dollar. The U.S. dollar has been moving to the upside, and as a matter of fact, this morning it's currently trading at 101.53, up 57 cents, so it's well above that century mark that we watch. But while all of the basic arrows are pointing to the upside for the dollar, there is something that I wanted to point out because I was taking a look at the dollar charts this weekend. Not that I'm a chartist, but I like to look at visual aids every once in a while. And there seems to be what we call a head and shoulders pattern. And this one's bearish. You have the two shoulders and the head. So you have your left shoulder, your right shoulder, and the head. Well, right now, the current expectation is that the continuation to the upside in the dollar, in other words, a challenge of that 102 level on the US dollar, that's what I see as the potential of the upside. But with this pattern forming, we need to understand where is support. In other words, if the dollar does see any weakness, we see a pullback, where's the area you need to watch? 99. $99 on the dollar. If it tests there and then bounces off, that's bullish. If it tests there and breaks, that's going to be bearish. That means it's going to be technically bullish for commodities too, especially gold. If you start to see that the dollar weakens, watch gold. Gold has been moving to the upside most recently, but with this recent strength in the dollar over the last few sessions, we're going to watch this very closely. We've also seen that the euro, the pound, and the yen have also gotten weak against the dollar. Again, A push above 102, that's going to continue that pressure on gold to the downside and other currencies. But a break of 99, well, that could be negative. My next target on the dollar, if we do get a break on 102 for the dollar bulls, would be 104. And 99 to 104 is going to be that range. Also taking a look at other commodities, the oil. Oil's trading up about 1.9% at 54.40. Extremely bullish move. That is based off of some headlines over the weekend that OPEC may cut supply even more. And President Trump continues to reiterate the infrastructure spending plan of over $1 trillion. As a matter of fact, in a speech in Florida, he basically reiterated that. So there is expectation that we're going to start to see some tangible plans that are going to be coming out. Also, what has been a catalyst to the upside is the M&A activity. Over the weekend, you saw that Kraft Heinz, ticker symbol KHC, and SoftBank basically kicked things off Friday afternoon with some merger proposal ideas. And with Kraft Heinz and Unilever, basically there's a whole plethora of other telecommunications, TMS and Sprint, basically kind of combining forces. There's a lot of activity going on in the M&A space. Over the weekend, we did see that Kraft Heinz did drop out from its Unilever bid, but still has some plans where it's going to redirect its takeover interest to another target. You also saw another large one in the restaurant space, Restaurant Brands, ticker symbol QSR. It is going to acquire Popeye's Louisiana Chicken, PLKI, for about $1.8 billion or $79 per share in cash. That's 27% premium over where Louisiana Kitchen actually settled, and it's basically off of its 30-day trading volume average share price of February 10th. So got a lot of activity moving right now in the markets, and so we're going to keep a close eye on that. Also, join us at noon. We're going to talk about some critical strategies that you could start implementing with stock replacement, as well as looking at if, in fact, we want to start looking at laddering in maybe some short puts for acquiring on any pullback stock at better prices. We're also going in Tech Talk this afternoon, talk about the upcoming earnings that will be on the docket. We're going to give you some ranges and give you some ideas so that you can start getting into this market a little bit more transparently. All right, folks, join us here at 1:30 Eastern Time at MarketStream.live, where we will be doing strategy now. Until then, have a great trading day.